I had a wild idea. Live like Elon Musk for a day. He runs multiple companies, barely sleeps, and is a human productivity machine. Could I survive his schedule, or would I crash and burn? My friends thought I was nuts. I love sleep and long lunches, but curiosity won. We hear about Musk's insane work ethic. 80, 100-hour weeks, sleeping in factories, 5-minute lunches. Is that the secret to changing the world, or just a recipe for burnout? I wanted to find out if this extreme lifestyle was genius or madness. The plan followed his reported schedule. Minimal sleep, no wasted time, constant mental activity. For me, that meant juggling my job, personal projects, and new ambitious tasks. I felt both excited and terrified, like signing up for a marathon with no training. Maybe I'd discover a productivity secret, or maybe I'd just confirm I'm not a billionaire tech mogul. Either way, it would be an adventure into the mind of one of the world's most talked about people. I was ready to swap my cozy routine for a day of chaos, coffee, and high-stakes living. What could go wrong? Let's find out. The experiment begins. Before starting, I needed rules. Rule 1, wake up at 4 a.m. No snooze, no excuses. Rule 2, non-stop work. Switching tasks every 30 minutes to mimic Musk's 5-minute slots. Company A, my day job. Company B, a writing project. Company C, learning a new skill. No breaks, no distractions. Rule 3, food is fuel, not pleasure. Breakfast in under 2 minutes, lunch in 5, both at my desk. I stocked up on protein bars and a sad salad. Culinary misery ahead. Rule 4, attempt a Musk-like experiment. Build something ambitious and silly from spare parts. This wasn't just about work. It was about creativity too. With my rules set, I set my alarm for 4 a.m., feeling like a kid before a very weird Christmas. The stage was set for a day of relentless hustle. Would I thrive or just survive? I was about to find out. No turning back now. Let's see if I can keep up with Elon. The challenge was on. Time to sleep, if I can. The alarm blared at 4 a.m. No snooze allowed. I stumbled out of bed, the world eerily silent. Breakfast protein bar and coffee devoured in 2 minutes. Zero enjoyment, pure efficiency. By 4:15, I was at my desk starting my first 30-minute work block. With no distractions, I powered through emails at lightning speed. For a moment, I felt like a productivity master. But when the timer beeped, it was time to switch to my writing project. My brain resisted. Switching gears was harder than I thought. I forced myself to write, but the words came slowly. The mental strain of jumping between tasks was real. The sun wasn't up, and I was already feeling overwhelmed. This was just the beginning. Could I keep up the pace? The day was only getting started. On to the next block. No time to rest. The Musk marathon had begun. Let's see how long I last. The morning became a blur of 30-minute timers. I bounced between my job, writing, and coding. Each switch felt like mental gymnastics. There was no time to get into a flow. Just as I settled in, the alarm forced a new task. Constant switching kept me from boredom, but I never went deep on anything. Mistakes crept in. I almost sent a story draft to my boss and wrote code in a marketing report. Lunch was a 5-minute joyless salad at my desk, barely tasted. I looked exhausted, like a mad scientist after a week in the lab. Productivity was high, but so was misery. Was this the price of greatness, sacrificing simple joys for relentless output? By afternoon, excitement faded into grim determination. The 30-minute blocks felt shorter, the alarm more annoying. I was juggling planets and they were heavy. My respect for anyone who lives like this skyrocketed. It's not just time management, it's focus management. And my focus was slipping. The grind was real. Could I keep going? The day wasn't over yet. By 2 p.m., I hit a wall. My brain just shut down. I stared at my screen, unable to focus, craving a real break. Normally, I'd take a walk or zone out, but Musk's rules allowed no breaks. I tried to push through, but my mind wandered to anything but work. The constant task switching left me confused and irritable. I couldn't remember what I'd accomplished. Everything blurred together. Instead of feeling like a genius, I felt like a malfunctioning robot. My productivity dropped as exhaustion set in. I realized working hard isn't the same as working smart. My brain needed downtime to recharge and be creative. Denying that just led to burnout. I was learning my limits the hard way. The afternoon slump was a wake-up call. I'm human, not a machine. Time for the Musk-like experiment, my toaster rocket. I gathered a broken toaster, cardboard tubes, duct tape, and blinking lights. My goal, make the toaster look ready for launch. For the first time all day, I felt creative and energized. I even wrote a fake press release. Today, we revolutionize breakfast with the Toast X1. And a tweet. Toaster rocket launches a go. Also, thinking of buying the moon. It was silly, but it made me laugh and broke the monotony. This playful project reminded me that creativity matters as much as hard work. Sometimes you need to experiment and fail to spark new ideas. My toaster rocket wasn't a breakthrough, but it saved my day. Sometimes fun is the best fuel. By evening, I was running on fumes. 17 hours in, I collapsed on the sofa, exhausted but relieved. The biggest lesson? Humility. Working like Musk is brutally hard. Constant context switching, relentless pace. My respect for him, and anyone like him, soared. But I also learned I need breaks and downtime. My best ideas come when I'm relaxed, not forcing productivity. Hustle culture isn't one size fits all. For me, non-stop work led to burnout and a ridiculous toaster. My path to success needs balance and rest. I wouldn't trade the experience, but I'm glad it's over. You don't have to be Elon Musk to do cool things. Find what works for you. If you could live like anyone for a day, who would it be? You might learn something amazing about them and about yourself.